Welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Wednesday, December 10th, 2025. I am Bishop Darrell Watkins, the Senior Minister of the Sunshine Cathedral. With me today are Bishop Robert Griffin, my husband, Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell, and Reverend Kevin Tisdall. We are the Queer God Squad. Visit sunshinecathedral.org to learn more about us.
Queer God Squad was created by Hotspots Happening Out to support our mission to explore the value of faith in the LGBTQ community. There is no streaming TV show like this in the entire world.
In 2025, we are celebrating the 40th anniversary of Hotspots magazine, with Queer News Tonight sharing over 11,000 stories and 11 million views so far.
We are the largest nonprofit LGBTQ media organization in America, and we encourage you to support our mission to inform, entertain, and educate our community and allies. This is the Sunshine Cathedral perspective. The Queer God Squad would have prayed in the Blue Mosque. Some of us have. Why wouldn't Pope Leo? Pope Leo XIV visited Istanbul's historic Blue Mosque on the second day of his trip to Turkey, a significant gesture of respect for the country's Muslim majority and a continuation of interfaith dialogue efforts by past popes. The Pope removed his shoes, as is customary, and was given a silent tour of the 17th century architectural masterpiece. He declined an invitation from one of the guides to pray inside the mosque, instead choosing to experience the visit, quote, in a spirit of contemplation and listening with deep respect for the place and the faith of those who gathered there in prayer, end quote, according to the Vatican statement. The visit was a key event during the Pope's foreign trip, which focused on bolstering ties with the Orthodox Church and promoting unity among Christians. Later the same day, Pope Leo attended a doxology aside Ecumenical Patriarch Bartholomew, the spiritual leader of the world's Orthodox Christians. The two religious leaders signed a joint declaration rejecting the use of religion to justify violence, further emphasizing the Pope's message of peace and unity across faiths. The trip's main purpose was to mark the 1700th anniversary of the Council of Nicaea. The Queer God Squad wonders why the Pope couldn't offer a silent prayer. What is it that the message is refusing to pray? Every member of the Queer God Squad would have definitely prayed with or without being asked. First of all, if you've never been to the Blue Mosque, it's magnificent.
Okay.
It's just gorgeous to see. You can see the photos. The photos really do it justice on some level, but on the inside of the mosque is something truly kind of like one of those seven wonders of the world. You experience it from the inside. And so having been there on a trip, was it last year? Was it
2 years.
2 years ago? We had a chance to experience the Blue Mosque. And so listen to what they describe, how the Pope entered, taking off his shoes, be respectful of the place. We all had to do it. And, and even for us who were there, I think we probably found our own little corner and prayed in our own way for very different things on that particular trip. And I, for one, respect the Pope's decision, to not pray on some level, because I think it's his call. And I also think that if he was there for the tour, he was there for the tour. But I liked about that he was there for the silent reflection and meditation of it. Now, I know the two previous popes I've read did pray while they was visiting, but Pope Leo has his own style maybe. And this is probably him showing more of what it means to be his Pope of today. But I think for us being there, or for me certainly being there, I prayed there. It was almost an honor to pray in the Blue Mosque, to be honest.
I cannot enter a sacred space without participating in the moment somehow. I may not do it the way the devotees do. I may try if I think it's appropriate. If I think that's appropriating, then maybe I won't do it. But in any case, when I experience sacred energy, I just have to roll with it. So it would have never occurred to me not to pray. And whether he prayed or not, yeah, it's his choice. But I wonder, why make a thing of it? Like, while you're there, silently, head bowed or whatever, you could be praying or meditating or going over your shopping list. I mean, who knows? Why make a point of saying, I'm not going to pray, I'll do this? So I thought that was a little tactless. I thought that was not the most diplomatic move to say, nah, I'm not going to pray. And was that a nod to people who don't like Islam? Or was that him just saying, I don't feel comfortable praying in a space consecrated to another religious way. I don't know. But I don't think it was very good optics. I think for sure, he said, would you like to pray? I think I would say, yeah, and just have that moment of silence, and they wouldn't have known the difference, although I probably would have been praying. But I do have to say that the Blue Mosque is amazingly beautiful, as is the Hagia Sophia, which isn't very far away from there, which has been both a church and a mosque and a museum, and so all kinds of things. And even there, someone asked me, because I prayed there, but that's sort of a tourist attraction. So people are there's tours and there's lectures and people are just throngs. Yeah, you got to take you got to take your shoes off to go in. And when you're putting them on as you're leaving, I wasn't putting mine on fast enough. They're like, go, move. Get out of the way. Got to get more people in here. So someone said, well, that was such a touristy thing. Did it feel sacred to you? And I said, absolutely.
Yeah.
People have prayed here for, centuries, Christians and Muslims, and even the people, it's like a circus, it's tourism, but why do they want to be there? Why do they want to see it? It's because of its historical, sacred significance. So I said that all the frenetic activity did not detract from my own sacred moment. In fact, I videoed me. I'm saying, here I am in the Hagia Sophia, blah, blah, and I was talking to my Facebook people about how important it was to me. So yeah, kudos to, and we also went to St. Mark's, the Orthodox Cathedral that they were talking about, which is also amazing. So go to Istanbul if you can. And you know what? If somebody asks you to pray, just bow your head. Just go ahead, take a second. What does it hurt?
I'm with you. I don't know why he didn't. That was his choice. Of course, I can certainly respect that. But I'm like you, Bishop. If I'm in a sacred space, I always pray. Actually, I was in a Christian church. I was in Ireland here several months ago, and I was looking at one of the big cathedrals. It was just outside of Cork, and just admiring it. It was lovely. It was beautiful. And then all of a sudden the priest walked in and there were people there, and I was like, okay, I guess they're having church. So I had church.
Yeah. Oh,
I sat through the worship service, and it was lovely.
Nice.
It was fabulous. Always take the opportunity. I take the opportunity to worship where I can. And boy, if I were in the Blue Mosque, you better believe I would be praying.
Was that cathedral up on a hill?
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah, have you? All right.
Yes,
I thought I felt Durrell energy.
It was a port. It was
a beautiful, beautiful cathedral.
Yeah.
But yeah, I sat through church. Fabulous.
So I'm listening to the conversation and I'm reading, he declined an invitation to pray inside the mosque. I wonder if he really declined an invitation or if he did say a prayer on his own.
Yeah.
Talked about visiting in the spirit of contemplation and listening. We often say, say a prayer, and if you have to, use words. It's quite possible that his presence in that mosque was his way of saying a prayer, of showing his presence, of showing that he understood the significance of the moment, the significance of the mosque, and maybe he just took a little bit of the counsel that he remembers reading in scripture. Do your praying in private, do your praying in silence, do your praying alone. Don't do it as a big show of things. So I wonder if he did pray and just didn't want to announce, yay, I prayed.
Yeah. Well, if it was performative, that might have been uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because that could have been Pope praising mosque. What,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, well, okay.
Another view.
And my prayers do not always involve words. Like,
No.
instead of saying, well, instead of prayer, I'm going to listen. I'm going to be quiet and contemplative and listen. Well, I would consider that prayer.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say, oh, I'm not going to pray. I'm just going to do this other kind of prayer.
Yeah.
Prayer for me is much more about experiencing the silence than it is about filling the silence. You know what I mean? So,
Yes.
well, anyway, that's today with the Queer God Squad. Next, let's travel together with the Sunshine Cathedral community on a journey unlike any other. Walk through Old Dubai, a journey through spice, stories, and soul. Walking through Old Dubai feels like entering the city's true heartbeat. Long before the skyscrapers and luxury malls, this was a trading port where wooden dhows arrived from India, Iran, and East Africa, carrying spices, textiles, and stories from far away worlds. In the spice souk, colors explode before you: deep crimson chilies, golden turmeric mounds, rosebuds piled like little rubies. The air is filled with voices negotiating in Arabic, Farsi, Hindu, and Swahili. A reminder that Dubai has always been a crossroads long before skyscrapers claimed the skyline. A shopkeeper may offer you za'atar straight from Lebanon or invite you to smell authentic oud resin, a scent once prized by ancient caravans. Wander a little further and you'll find tiny side alleys where old men sip karak tea and tell stories of the days when the creek divided tribes, not highways. It's a Dubai most tourists miss and one waiting for you on Sunshine Cathedral Arabian Nights Cruise Tour. More details at happening.travel/sunshine.
Before we go, I want to invite you to check out the Performing Arts series. Here's a taste of what is coming up in December at the Sunshine Cathedral Center for the Performing Arts.
On Friday, December 12th, the Gay Men's Chorus of South Florida will be performing at Sunshine Cathedral.
And the very next night, December 13th, the Girls Choir of South Florida will be giving their holiday concert. And the night after that, December 14th, it will be the Broward Women's Chorale's turn to bring holiday joy in music.
On Friday, December the 19th, we will be charmed by Trouble in Paradise. This concert is titled Trouble and Tidings, an a cappella holiday.
And on Saturday, December 20th, Anthony Nunziata will be performing with a community choir.
In addition to these amazing performances, all of which offer an add-on Cathedral Pub experience for purchase, allow me to invite you to Sunshine Cathedral's Christmas Eve services at 7 p.m. or 9 p.m. on December the 24th.
Please like and share this episode on your social media and look for Sunshine Cathedral on Facebook or Instagram.
You can also like our individual pages on Facebook. Remember to visit sunshinecathedral.org frequently. There you will find Bishop Talk, where Bishop Durrell and I interview queer religious leaders, activists, and scholars.
Thank you for joining the Queer God Squad today. We are here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and to discuss what our LGBTQ community is talking about.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's leading progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together. Remember that we are all in this together. Also remember, you are God's miracle, not God's mistake. Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad.